I'm Niecy Nash, the star of Rookie Feds.
And I'm Nathan Fillion. Thanks to Entertainment Weekly. We are here on the set of Rookie Feds. My first time here. I've never been here before.
Don't you love it?
We're in the interrogation room where we are about, yes I do, to interrogate each other.
Somebody bring me a light to shine in his eyes. I'm just so curious to know, after you've done the show for so long, and then they say, hey Nathan, we want to do a spinoff of it.
Huh?
We're thinking of this kind of character in this kind of world. What was your first thought on that? And then what was your thought when you found out it was me?
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. So first they say spinoff, and you go, oh my God, that's such a great idea. It's going to be amazing because we must be doing well if we're going to get a spinoff.
Sure.
Then, that's the up. Then there's a down. I go, wait a minute. Does that mean they're going to take one of our characters and they're going to break up this little troupe of ours? So they're going to break someone off and they're going to spin that person off into another show.
Right.
Who do we lose?
Right.
And then I started looking around at people like, who do I want to lose? I didn't do that. But then I found out, we're not going to lose anybody. We're going to introduce a new character and then we're going to spin them off into their own show. And I thought, that's a great idea. And then I found out it was going to be you, and I'd already met you and I already know what you like. So you know how I feel about that.
The people don't know. Tell the people how you feel about it.
I really enjoy Niecy. I get along really well with Niecy, and I like working with Niecy because Niecy does all the hard work.
Do I have to give you the $20 now or later?
Later.
Okay. What if I don't survive Quantico?
You will.
But if I don't?
Come on. If you don't survive Quantico, I think you mean if Quantico can survive you. Simone Clark, you are a force of nature. Simone Clark is unpredictable at best.
Yeah.
But what could we predict? What could we, reasonably predict something for her that's going to happen? What can we expect from her?
I think we can always count on Simone to dance by the beat of her own drum. We can always count on her to trust her instinct and to always bet on herself.
Is this going to be problematic in the FBI?
Well, I mean, there's two ways of doing things. There's the FBI way, and then there's the Simone Clark way. And they're not the same. You get a similar result at the end, but she is textbook for there is more than one way to skin a cat.
I like that.
How about it?
I'm good with that.
We were on a panel together at Comic-Con.
Yes.
Where Alexi said that your character, John Nolan, gets to become a training agent. Talk to me about how you felt about that and what is that going to look like? So
John is going to be a training officer. Training officers were, certainly a big part of his the start of his career. That's how you start being a cop. It's the next logical development in his career. He's going to go from this place to you're going to step it up. Everything's going to start to develop. He wants to be a training officer because he wants to give back. Also because he sees that there needs to be some changes in the department, and he wants to be a part of that change. He feels that's the best place he can do it. And thirdly, and probably the most important reason, is all the people that come up to me later and go, hey, how long is Nolan going to be a rookie? He's not still a rookie anymore. They're really concerned about whether or not he's a rookie. So when you advance in your career and you're doing a new thing, you're automatically a rookie all over again.
So
it's more of a metaphor, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. So it's the beginning of a new chapter.
He's a new training officer rookie. He's a rookie training officer. It works for me.
Back at the bottom. Not the bottom, but the beginning. A new beginning.
I thought you said back at the bottle, and I thought we're going to have a new...
I did not say that. But could we get a cocktail?
Okay, we got some new blood this morning. And some pushing the expiration date. Get up. After 6 months together in the academy, you've earned the right to be here, but you'll have to prove yourself to stay.
In the beginning,
yes,
John had struggled to prove himself as a strong black woman.
How'd it go? How'd that work out for him?
I was seeing if you were listening. He struggled to prove himself to those who were, let's say, skeptical of his age. Will Simone face similar challenges in Rookie Feds?
The short answer to that question is I don't know. I really don't know. I know that she was on her own personal beat the clock journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I got to get this done by a certain age in order to make the cut, to be able to graduate Quantico and live my dream. The ageism part of it hasn't really been addressed as of yet. So I don't know, but I know that she wouldn't fear it,
I don't think Simone Clark has fear.
Not very many.
Maybe she's a little trepidatious with her dad, maybe.
That's probably the space in her life that where she is the most cautious and the most tender and the most, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I
least
love
amount
him.
of control.
Yeah, she has the least amount of control. It's a very perfect way to say it. That's the one place she has the least amount of control. And it's not even that she has control in the department that she works in. It's just that she has help. Mm-hmm. There's a beautiful team of people around her. She has her training agent, but when it comes to her and her father, that's a whole nother something to unpack.
All of a sudden the stakes go up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we all know about that.
Yeah, and I want you to really think this through, all right?
Yes.
Is it smooth sailing ahead for John and Bailey, or will Simone be able to crash the party? I'm just asking.
Okay.
Because inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know, is this an Entertainment Weekly question or is this a Niecy Nash question?
Well, it doesn't matter. Do you have the answer?
Things are going really well for John and Bailey right now. Things are going very smoothly. That's like one part of his life right now that doesn't have a lot of turbulence. However, as we are all aware, if there's no turbulence, there's no drama, there's no story, there's no show. Mm-hmm. So something's gotta happen.
Okay, well, I wouldn't think that Simone Clark is a home wrecker, but if somebody on your show broke up and was not in their situation anymore, I'm sure
Simone would be there to pick
she
up
would
the
be
pieces.
like, oh, hello.
Come cry on this
Hello.
shoulder.
Right, and because you know what, the funny thing about Simone is that even though John Nolan is in his own relationship, in her mind, oh, he wants me. You all see it. He wants me.
Yeah.
But she thinks that about everybody, though.
I have a question here. It says, Simone thinks everyone she meets is into her, but I think more accurately, Simone consents everyone she meets is into her. So the question is, how will that play out for Rookie Feds this season?
Well, Simone is a lover.
It's got to be a tough life to be appealed to so many people.
Well, that's where Simone and I intersect. How will it play out? Well, because she is a lover, because she's a flirt, you will get to see her in different spaces and places. But my guess is that someone is going to end up with the upper hand. Now, I don't know it to be a fact, but I feel like she leads in love in all the areas. Uh-huh. But one day she's gonna meet a match. And I just feel like that's gonna be when
someone's gonna throw her for a loop.
Because she's right now, all of her lovers are manageable. Uh-huh. And she's an equal opportunity lover.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But suddenly the ground underneath her.
I don't know, I just have a feeling.
Okay, I like that. I want to see Simone in those situations where she's not entirely in control. I want to see how she answers to challenges. I want to see that.
That part.
Yeah, I want to see her get set back a little bit, going, what do I do here?
I do too. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. How hard is it for both John and you shipping chenford?
Chenford. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't get really down into popcorn eating of my own show. Oh my God, what's gonna happen next? I don't do that all the time. Mm-hmm. But I gotta say, the Tim and Lucy stuff, the Chenford relationship, is one of those things where even if you were there on the day watching them film it, you're never going to get that story that cameras can tell where they get in really tight, they take the best takes. And on the edit and the music, there is so much happening there that you're going, what? And it gets a little steamy at times. You're going, how are they going to explain this to everybody? You start getting riled up. You really do. I have a really good time with that. I don't think John cares. I don't think he doesn't really notice what's going on under his eyes. These two have been pretty sneaky. Maybe people close to them are starting to know some stuff, but John's so clueless right now.
And with the crossover episodes, it seems as though everyone who has come over to our set is really excited about it, like being able to play in both of these worlds. How do you and the cast over there really feel about it? I mean, because maybe y'all are just on your best behavior when you come over our house.
It's kind of like a field trip. You know, if it's kind of like oh, I got to go to school today, but I get to go do this other thing that's so different than what I normally do.
Let me tell you something. There's a whole lot of jealousy going on if we want to unpack it.
Really?
For the people. Listen, because once one person went from our cast, everybody started to be like, well, are you going? They didn't ask me that I want to go.
That was Richard, wasn't it?
When do I get to go?
That was Richard.
Yeah, it was Richard. It was Richard. It was Richard. Followed by then me, to be honest with you. I was like, everybody went to go play on the rookie. I want to go. But I did have my chance.
You did. You started on the rookie.
I started it. Yeah.
You kind of, that's where you got your
I wasn't
rolling.
a big deal yet when I was over there the last time.
It's pretty special over here, though. Your sets are incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, when I heard on the rookie, that, oh, we don't have the money for that, I thought, well, where did it all go? And now I know.
Right over here. Well, you know what? We have to do a crossover episode, where maybe you get to come on our private jet.
Whoa, you got a jet? I knew that.
For some random reason, we figure it out.
You guys are going to be on the jet. You're going to be going over some papers and talking about stuff, and then out the window, I'm going to be... You set the bar pretty high the last time you were here. Question is, will the Bureau give you credit for it, or are they going to make you prove yourself all over again?
Garza will, I think. But as a black woman, there's no resting on your laurels. You got to armor up every day and prove you belong.
All right, I got one for you.
Yes.
Who is Simone's best advocate and greatest challenge?
Her best advocate is probably Brendan, because they went to the academy together. So they always encourage each other, always support each other, always there for each other. On the other side of that, my training agent, Carter Hope, who's played by the lovely James LeJour, is cracking that whip down on me and definitely wants Simone to be a proper agent.
He's trying to fit her into a mold.
Yeah, get in the mold, lady. Get right on in there. And she's like,
That's so not her.
I'm not getting in there.
It's not her style. It's not her personality.
No, and I think they're starting to warm to the idea that this girl is just gonna be her own thing. But I will tell you something that most people watching the series would never guess. When you watch our show, the character who is the most tight, who is the most by the book, who colors within the lines, that's Laura Stinson, played by Britt Robinson. But she is the exact opposite offset. She's our wild card. She's our wild baby. But when you look at her character and watch her storyline, she is tight.
Gotcha.
But it's like, oh, Britt, where's the party? And we're gonna follow you right to it, when we're off camera. True story.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about whether or not you guys will have any of your favorite guest actors come back this season.
Yes. We have someone coming back right off the top. I don't think I'm allowed to say, but we have a couple of really bad people that we've dealt with in the past who are going to come around again. We have which is something I love to do because it lends reality to the universe. Another thing that I think having a spinoff does, is it broadens and expands the universe, and when we start crisscrossing over to the, it just kind of lends truth that it's all a thing, that it's all a place, it's all happening. I just kind of get that feeling of realism. And when you bring back characters, I get that feeling of they live in that world. That's where they are. If you want to see them, that's where you got to go.
Well, we don't have anybody to bring back because we just getting up and going, but you're crossover.
That's fine.
But I'm saying I am so excited about some of the guest cast that we have coming. I can't tip my hand and say the who, what, and the when.
Yeah, it kind of kills you inside when you can't say.
Yeah, but oh my God, I'm so excited.
Good.
I'm so excited.
I have a question. Ready?
Yes. I want answers. I don't know. I just felt like
that was so interrogating.
I know.
It was
I
really
did good, right?
Yeah, I felt really got back on my heels on there. All right. Sometimes we are in this industry called upon to do a little stunt stuff, get a little action.
Yeah.
What's been the most difficult stunt stuff you've had to do so far?
You know what, to be honest with you, nothing is more difficult than filming in whatever fresh hell this heat provided. That felt like a stunt.
Yeah.
Like, how long are we gonna stand out here in this heat and just try to act like we're cool?
Hard to pretend you're not sweating.
It's hard, yeah. But I would say my hardest stunt was running in a wedding dress. And I was just like, why did we think this was gonna be a good idea? But that was the stunt. Kick open the door, have your gun drawn, chase the bad guys, and shoot a helicopter down, all while wearing a wedding dress. And not a wedding dress and sneakers. A wedding dress
and heels.
With real wedding heels.
Because that's how they fit it to you. You're wearing heels. If they put you in sneakers, it would be too low to the ground.
There you go.
You're a hero. You don't want her to look out here and see her hero like this. Don't you break that baby's heart.
I didn't ask for this damn divorce!
It's okay. We got this. We're feds.
What was your hardest stunt?
Listen, when they say all we got to do is like run, well, certainly you got to run this little distance, and then you got to do it like 14 times because that's how many angles and takes and all that kind of stuff you got to do. Sometimes my right knee just makes a little, and then that's it.
But you don't run cute. I saw you run before.
Yeah, I run like I'm on fire. Yeah. Yeah. I'm built for comfort, not for speed.
Well, that sounds like me.
That's right.
You a man after my own heart.
They take pretty good care of me. They take pretty good care of me. I'll say the most difficult thing I have to do lately is speeding in a car around a corner, whip down this street, and then land right here so that your face is right here. Like trying to hit a mark in a car, it's tough. It's tough. I'm getting better.
But who do you think, now this is switching reels for a second, I want to know who's better at solving crime? John Nolan or Rick Castle?
Good question. Rick Castle, you know, he has really bizarre, terrible theories. These theories are always so far out there, but he eventually gets the guy, always. And then John Nolan, he just has like more crime versus murders. So he's not even doing, I'm gonna say, just by sheer number, I'm gonna say Rick Castle probably has solved far more murders than.
And who's cuter?
Simone Clark.
Okay. Agreed.
My last question. As far as wild cards go, as far as people you would want to spend your time with, would you pick Simone Clark or Desna from Claws? These are two powerful personalities.
Yes, I probably would pick, it's hard. I would pick Simone.
Me too.
Even though I feel like with Desna, whatever she comes with, my nails are gonna look fantastic. I would pick Simone because she's a little more settled and she's on the right side of the law. So if something went down, I would feel a little more protected. Even though Des is a bad girl, you know what I mean? But if I'm rolling with her, anything is likely to happen.
Someone's getting arrested.
You know, and it might be me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you don't want the record.
Well, I want to do the arresting. Yeah.
I can see that. I would also pick Simone, but I think that's because Simone go way back and I'm pretty invested, you know.
Okay.
You did great on this little interrogation thing.
I think you did marginal. And the next time you do another one, you might want to
I'm gonna write this down.
bake in a little more authenticity. I-T-Y, you might, no, just kidding. You did fantastic. It's not easy though, trying to keep up with these 20-somethings. Sheesh. Every day I am determined to beat them, and every night I'll crawl into bed feeling beaten.
Can I offer you some hard-won advice?
Please.
You are never going to beat them at being 20-something. But what you lack in flexibility or the ability to run up a flight of stairs without getting winded, you more than make up for in life experience. And that puts you way ahead of the curve day one of a job.
I appreciate that. Thank you. This is going to be a rapid fire round. Hold on to your hats, get ready. Don't overthink it. Say the first thing that comes to mind. What is a wacky or wild version of a crossover between the shows that would be unlikely but would be a dream of yours?
Both casts wind up on Family Feud and have to compete against each other.
I thought you were gonna say at a strip club, but I like your idea. Go ahead.
Who is the most focused and intense on your set?
Most focused and intense. James LeJour. He's very focused. And as a matter of fact, if we sit around in a group, he's gonna be the one that's gonna get up and click off. Now, I don't know what he does when he clicks off, but I would imagine he's somewhere
reporting you.
Being focused.
Oh, gotcha. I thought he was like,
no.
Snitches get stitches.
No.
All right.
Both of our shows are dramas with moments of levity.
Yes.
Who on your set in the cast breaks the most?
Richard T. Jones. Richard. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's also true of Richard in real life. He's just an easy laugh. Like,
I was just getting ready to say, but he is also one who is never going to be cheated on a laugh. If you hear, you will know it's him laughing. That's his death. That is him.
Yeah. Who do you ship your character with the most? Who would you like to see your character in a romantic relationship with the most on your show?
I want all my lovers to be outside the work. I don't want to complicate things. At some point, it might, create a lovely, delicious drama. But on the onset, I can't think of anyone. But I think they all think about me like that.
Of course they do.
Of course they
You got
do.
little diaries with your name written over and over in hearts and stuff.
Somebody's got to do it. All right. Have you ever improvised a line that made it in, and can you name it if so?
Yes. Often, I will, at the end of a scene, just say something to entertain whoever it is in the scene with me. And sometimes, yes, it actually ends up in the show. One I'm thinking about right now was the scene was done. I walked off camera and said, I saw you roll your eyes at me. And it was actually something someone did, and it made it to the show.
I love that.
All right, yours is, what's your favorite episode so far? And it's okay if you say the one that's with me that you started on already.
Those are actually my least favorite. My favorite is by far, well, I have a big fondness for our Thanksgiving episode.
Why?
Because some family is family you're born into, and some family is family you choose. And I love seeing that play out. Yeah.
That is
okay.
Strong.
What is your least favorite episode so far?
Oh my gosh. Okay, and not because it was a bad episode. It was a fantastic episode, but there was an episode where I was being hunted by a serial killer, and we did it in a flower factory, not a factory that makes flowers, but flour. What's the motion for flour? Like you're making dough, I guess?
Flour.
It's flour. Mm-hmm. So it was 4 days of stunts and running and rolling around in dirt and flour. They didn't clean it when they were finished with it, so we just used it as is, and there was a lot of flour around it.
Got it.
And it gets in every crack and crevice and in places where you don't think flour should be. And now you got a paste. And then it turns into a cast. and now you got to get to a doctor to pull your cast off.
Got it. I'm glad I wasn't there for that one.
All right.
Think long, think wrong. Who is your favorite dream guest star?
Long and wrong?
I got
it. I'm going to say my dream is to pull people from every job I've ever done and have them guest on The Rookie. That kind of meta stuff really entertains me. I've had a couple people on here from Firefly. I've had a couple people on from Castle. I'd like to start going to the way back machine, like beginning of the career, One Life to Live. Some really
that's a
early
good
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
That's a good time. In that case, if I did that, if I went back to my other shows, I definitely would want Cedric the Entertainer to come. I played his wife. I would definitely want Jim Dangle, who wears the little shorts on Reno, to come.
One of my earliest projects was Saving Private Ryan. I did a very small scene with Tom Hanks. I'd love to call him up and say, hey man, I did a scene for you. So
Call him. He's probably not doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure
He's probably sitting around.
Between Oscars right now?
He'd probably be glad to have a phone ring. Go, you asked me a question.
What was the funniest moment on set?
Well, the one thing about our set is that I'm on it. And I'm a funny girl.
And
so you should probably ask other people, because I keep the laughs coming.
Here's something, I'll share something with you. It's a little practical joke I play on every new person who comes to our set. If I see someone new, I'll go up and I'll introduce myself and say, who are you and what are you doing for us? Oh, welcome, it's so nice to have you here. And they'll say, oh, I'm Brandon, whoever it is. I say, oh, that's great, it's wonderful. Hey, everybody, Brandon, new guy, look me right in the eyes. And everybody on set goes, oh my God, how do you do that? Yeah, we need a new Brandon. We're gonna need a new Brandon. I do that to every new guy.
I love that.
Yeah, and if you're with us for years and then you leave for a couple of weeks and you come back, you gotta start at the bottom. You're a new guy all over again.
I love that.
That's how I run my set.
I'm gonna start copying right off of you.
I've been here for years. Not
anymore.
Not my book, new guy.
Not anymore. Yeah. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, my next question for you.
Yes.
Oh, I like this. You can cross over to any third show of your choosing. What would it be?
Any third show?
Yeah, it's a third show. So it's not Rookie. It's not Rookie Feds. Rookie Fed's yours. It's Rookie, not Rookie. You can go to a third show. There's another show you can go do. You have to be Simone Clark, but you get to do the third show.
Ooh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go, Simone Clark would go on a trip to Miami and end up with the ladies from Issa Rae's rap.
Why?
Why not? Because these are wild girls in Miami, and I just think it would be very interesting because they are so young to see them with the woman of a certain age.
What that experience brings.
And they commit. One of them on the show is committing a crime. So maybe there's some, federal things happening, and I'm like, girl, and maybe I got the whole storyline. So she thinks, you know what I mean, because we look alike, that I'm gonna help her out and cut her a break.
But that's not.
I'm like, girl, please, put your hands in these bracelets. We taking you to jail. I think it'll be a good time.
I would say for me, House of the Dragon. And just have John Nolan at a castle going, I don't think I should be here.
There you go. Yeah, you know what? But I could also see her, my character, on Handmaid's Tales.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That I would love to see. That Simone Clark. I said, what? Like, she'd be a little indignant more than once about...
That would be a good time, though.
I don't think anything's going to run like that. I think she'd have something to say about a few things.
There you go. 3 words to describe your next season. Go.
Exciting, because it's cop stuff. People have guns and cars with lights on the top. It spells excitement. There's going to be some drama, because the stakes are high when people have guns and cars with lights on them. And there's going to be some levity. There's going to be some fun stuff, which I think you're really good at.
Thank you. Mine would be sexy, funny, cool.
Sexy, funny, cool.
I see what you did.
I'm going to share that one.
Thank you.
Of the former roles you've played, who would be the most likely to be arrested by Simone or John Nolan?
Well, An obvious answer might be Desna, who I played in Claws. But it could, the chances are equally as high that it could be Rainisha from Reno 911.
Why? She's a police officer.
I know.
Is she a dirty cop? Just a bad one.
Just a bad one.
Gotcha.
Just a bad one.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's innocent trouble.
Rick Castle, Malcolm Reynolds, and everybody else I played good guys. Everybody's real nice. I play a lot of good guys.
I know the truth. Thank you guys for joining us here in the interrogation room. The Rookie Feds premieres September 27th.
And if you're watching The Rookie Feds, you've already missed The Rookie because it was 2 days earlier on September 25th.
See y'all there.